Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. For the time being, I will just be doing monthly forecasts for those zodiac signs that are most popular on my YouTube channel. So I really have to thank you guys for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on my videos because you help to put them into circulation where other people can view them. I will still be doing all zodiac signs though for the weeklies. Okay, so let's get to your forecast. Hey Gemini, welcome to your July 2022 astrological forecast. So the good news for you is Venus is still in your sign up till like the 16th. Okay, after that it moves into Cancer in your second house. That's where you have the sign of Cancer. And actually Mercury you still have Mercury in your first house up until like the 4th. And the 5th, it moves into Cancer also in your second house. And then, let's see here, what else? Okay, well, you have like the Sun, Mercury, and Venus all in your second house of Cancer. Okay, and Mars starts off on the 5th in Taurus in your 12th house. Okay, before it moves into your sign, I think I mentioned this to you before, and I think I actually put the dates there, that Mars is going to be in your sign from like August 21st to like March of next year. So if you're planning whatever you're doing now, you know, when you have Mars in your 12th house, a lot of times you're working on things. You know, the planet Uranus, though, is also there at the same time, and these two planets will conjunct sooner or later. You know, sometime this month. I will cover it in the weeklies. I'm not sure exactly what day it is, but it's probably this month sometime. Anyway, your 12th house is your house of secrets and confidences and actions taken by you or someone else behind the scenes. Okay, so I would have to say that maybe you're working on something. You could be, a lot of times when Mercury's here, though, I always call it the big investigator, you know, when Mercury's in this area, but any planet could be in this area to make you want to snoop, you know, to make you want to check things out and find out whatever it is that you can, but you're doing it in such a way that you really don't want anyone knowing what you're doing. So I would have to say, though, the conjunction here is happening behind the scenes. Okay, whatever it is, it's very, you know, this is a wild transit. Okay, the planet Uranus enjoys freedom, at whatever, just wanting to be free and be themselves. You know, wherever it's transiting, it's you know, I would have to say it's hitting you in your subconscious mind or your dreams and stuff like that. But you could be actually doing something for a while now that is a secret that you're not really letting other people know about. Okay, and it could be something like about your personality, some kind of new interest that you have that maybe you feel other people would laugh at or wouldn't understand or whatever. But this conjunction with these two planets here, I believe that you're going to accidentally run into some kind of secret. Okay, and it could be a pretty big one. Just the impact of these two planets together, you know, just happening behind the scenes. Or something could happen to you that you don't tell other people about. You keep it to yourself. You know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is kind of powerful, and it is like totally out of the blue. Okay, it's really lot of impact. Okay, so something, again, like I said, you could find out someone else's secret or something that you do or you've done, something that's occurred in your life. You know, you're keeping it to yourself. Okay, so now, though, having Venus still in your sign up until the 17th, I always say, you know, milk it while you can. When you have Venus in your sign, people find you far more appealing than they do at any other time, and they're more willing to help you, or they want to do things with you. They want to do do favors for you. They want to take you out for drinks or dinner or something or other, okay? But it's a really nice, pleasant transit. And a lot of times you're not in the mood to talk about serious subjects, discuss serious matters. So I'd have to say that that's still ongoing at this time. With planets in your second house of Cancer, that's, this is your earned income, how you earn your money, your valuables that you own, your investments that you make. Having Venus here will help attract more things to you. These could even be like belated birthday gifts a lot of times or whatever. But, just having the sun here means that you are out to, bring in more money or get a raise or something of some kind. You have Neptune in your 10th house of Pisces, your 10th house of your career. So you've been kind of like maybe disillusioned in what it is that you do for a living. Even if you're retired, there's still something going on with your outlook, your outer persona, how the world views you, maybe completely different than what you actually are. Okay, now there's a full moon in Capricorn in your 8th house, okay, directly across from your 2nd house of Cancer, and that full moon is on the 13th. Pluto's been transiting here for a really long time, okay, in your 8th house of shared resources, shared debt, other people's money and resources. This is money coming to you through means other than earning it. It is the house of legacies and inheritances, and having Pluto here, this is the house of death and rebirth, okay, regeneration. So, somewhere along the way, parts of our personality do die off, and they're replaced by something new, or the old is enhanced in some way where it's different than what it actually was, and that's called growing up, right? Anyway, so something like that could have occurred over this long period of time with having Pluto here, but it could also have been, Pluto is the planet of power. It's kind of power hungry. So you may have had to contend with someone all this time, a partner, holding the purse strings, okay? Or someone just looking over your shoulder at every purchase you make, or checking the credit card statements, bank accounts, stuff like that, and always having to say something about it to you, like whatever, you're tired of hearing about it, and maybe this full moon is going to finally bring it to a head, because Pluto is getting ready to leave, okay? It briefly moves into Aquarius next year, but it moves right back in to Capricorn. But it will fully move into Aquarius, I believe, in 2024. Okay, so you won't have to deal with that anymore, but as long as it's there, there's still a bit of a power struggle in finances with you and your partner, or you and someone else, or it could be you in an institution like a bank or someplace like that. Maybe you have a settlement of some kind that's structured, and they only dole out a little bit at a time or something, or whatever. You just can't get a hold of everything that you need, finances, okay? And I believe maybe this full moon is going to take care of something like that finally. Okay, well, the sun moves into Leo on the 22nd, and Mercury moves here on the 19th. There is a new moon in Leo on the 28th, and Jupiter in Aries also turns retrograde on the 28th, okay? And you have Jupiter in your 11th house, where you have the sign of Aries, okay? So your 3rd house is your neighborhood, your everyday life, the people you would encounter, and places you would go throughout the normal course of your day. This is the house of short distance travel. And I would have to say that maybe you are going to take some kind of little trip here, that, especially around that new moon of the 28th, a road trip of some kind. This is the big house of communications. You're the natural ruler of the 3rd house, but this is communications and travel. This is regular postal mail, email, any form of communication or message, okay? I would have to say that, maybe you are writing something at this time. Your third house is directly across from your ninth house, where you have the sign of Aquarius, and both of these, the third and ninth, are travel and communication houses, but the ninth house is long distance, okay, and foreign travel and long distance travel and communication. But you have had Saturn transiting here for a while, okay, and it is getting ready to leave, also to move into Pisces next year. So you won't have to be putting up with this either for a while, okay? And it seems that you encounter someone possibly where they are from a completely different background than yours, or you just come from two different sides of the planet when it comes to your opinions, your political views, your philosophy on life, your religious beliefs, whatever. Sometimes you're like, a lot of times if you can't get away from this person, it's because you're related to them through marriage or something like that, or you have to work with them. Okay, so this person could have been, just like, I don't know, a pain in the ass the whole time that Saturn has been here. So I just want to let you know that is kind of ending right now. And in fact, something that occurs around that new moon may occur with a person. Okay, and the fact that you're tired of being maybe congenial when it comes to like letting someone have their viewpoint, just as you have your own, But yeah, it seems like you defer to this person for some reason. Okay, that's why I said I think it's like an in-law or something like that, where you feel like you have to. So this could be one of those times though where you finally put your foot down and really stand up for yourself in a pleasant way, because you still have Venus in your first house there up until like the 17th. Yeah, so any kind of encounter with someone, I believe, is a time where you are setting the record straight. Let's put it that way, okay? And Jupiter just going retrograde in your 11th house means that maybe one of your friends that used to either live near you or moved away, they're back in the picture. Maybe they're coming back in the picture. Or a place where you used to go with you and your friends, where you guys used to hang out. Maybe it's reopening. A lot of places did not reopen when the pandemic hit. They closed and they just stayed that way. Okay, so or opportunities that to do something or other, that socialize. Maybe you were supposed to go to a show, it was canceled. Whatever, it could all come back around again. Okay. So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Gemini on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Sagittarius, and those dates are the 10th and 11th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, any kind of gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children, is the 5th, 6th, 7th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for money is the 12th, 13th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. The best time for your career is the 6th, 16th, and 17th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 14th, 15th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. So don't forget to check out my weekly forecasts. Down below there's also links to my website, which I will be updating, and a link to something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. Okay, so I'll see you next week. Goodbye.